Hey viewers! One of my favorite things is to find new and interesting ways to display photos as art. It serves the dual purpose of adding style to your apartment while also making your art personal. For this piece that I'm working on now, I was inspired by a street artist that I saw in Paris a few years back. It was a paste up on top of a wall that was just filled with graffiti, and I loved just the layers that it gave. I have a photo of me and my friend, and something about it reminded me of that street artist. So I wanted to make it look like someone had taken the side off of a construction site with like plywood and paint and grit and like a poster on top. When I finished, the piece felt a little more like a craft project than an art piece. So after a little research online, I found a product that I think can take it to the next level. This is Art Resin. It's a two-part epoxy that when mixed together and poured on your piece, it will give it a hard glass-like appearance. It's non-toxic, no fumes, so you can use it in your small San Francisco apartment like I'm doing today. Here's the piece we are going to use. It's a combination of plywood, concrete paint I found at Target, wrapping paper to look like wallpaper, and an architectural print from Staples. So here we have our piece. I have elevated it on some paper cups to keep it off of the surface, so any drips will just drip right onto this piece of cardboard that I have on my table. We're going to measure the length and the width. Mine is 24 inches by 24 inches. And you'll go to artresin.com and they have a calculator there that will determine how much product you need. From my calculations, I need 20 ounces of the product, which would be 10 ounces of each, the hardener and the resin. I have 2 cups here with a line each for what 10 ounces of each of those would be. So I'm going to measure these out separately. This one's the hardener. And I'll do the same with the resin. It should be equal parts. And now you're going to take those and mix them in one container. Okay, now your mix is really good. The instructions recommend for 3 minutes. So I'm going to do that. And it gets a little cloudy and you'll see some bubbles, but it will dry clear and those bubbles will all come out. The starter kit that I bought came with a torch that is supposed to get rid of bubbles when they're on the piece. So we'll get to that in a second. Okay. Let's get to pouring. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. One is to either pour it on and then smooth it over the sides so your resin goes all the way over the sides. Or you can just pour it in the center, push it out to the edges, and then let it just dome off on the top. I'm going to rub it around to the sides because I want to kind of seal this wood. And here we go. I should note that prior to setup, I did use a level to make sure that the piece of artwork was level. This is a self-leveling compound, so in order to avoid the resin being lumpy on like thicker on one side or thinner on the other, you want to make sure it's level. Now I have this tooth spreader that also came with the Art Resin kit. And I'm going to take it and kind of push it out to the edges. Almost like frosting a cake. And with the edges, if you choose to go that route, what you want to do is just spread it with your gloved hand. Now you notice there's little bubbles from the mixing that will pop up throughout your piece. You can either pip those out with a pin or you can use a hairdryer. But what they suggest is a little kitchen torch. So I'm going to go that route because it seems fun. And you'll see they just all burst. It's kind of amazing. So now that's done. The site recommends that you cover it with a box to protect it from dust. I don't have a box this large, so I'm just gonna wing it. We will let it dry, and in 24 hours, we'll come back and check it. Okay, here we are a couple days later, and this is the final piece. After couple applications. The first one, the little parts of the decoupage that I'd put down were sticking through and gave kind of a ripple. So I put a second coat of the Art Resin on, and now it's smooth as glass, like promised. I am extremely happy with the results, and I'm so excited to put it up in my house and do another one. I highly recommend it. It was really easy. And if you want to do your own, you can just go to artresin.com and order your supplies. Thanks for watching.